1, 2, 3, jump.
Glad to have you with us for another edition of the Texan Live High School Football Wrap-Up Show in partnership with Cron.com. I'm Shaun Bijani with the head coach himself, Bert Brocker. Got a lot of action to bring you, and coming up in the show, we've got some special interviews. Bailey Logsdon, our Texan Live reporter, had a very awesome opportunity this evening to get caught up with some Houston Texans. We'll let you hear from them here in just a second. She'll also bring us our male and female athletes of the week, the Houston Chronicle's Editor's Choice. We can't wait to bring you that. But, Bert, we had some great games tonight, so we're going to get right to them with our game of the week. The Atascocita Eagles visiting the North Shore Mustangs. North Shore and that defense, that's what they pride themselves on. Atascocita, Bert, they've been explosive offensively and defensively on the call from GPI ISD Stadium. Take a look at some of the highlights.
Jack Rowe in the gun. Rowe up the middle with room, and he's loose and he's free. Into North Shore territory. He's at the 30, to the 20. 10-5 touchdown, Jack Rowe. To the right side. Handed off Evans. Evans up the middle. He's across the 10, being chased from behind. They won't catch him. Zach Evans, the sophomore sensation. Moving Ocean right to left. Handed off to him. Harton has blockers in front. He's across the 10-5 and into the end zone. Peyton Harton on the jet sweep takes it down the sideline and into the end zone from 19 yards out. The Eagles erased that in about 2 minutes. Make the handoff. Rowe sprinting right, has room. Rowe across the 35 to the 30. He's at the 20. 10-5, and Rowe is into the end zone again. Bolton standing at his own 10. Eaton gets off a high end-over-end kick. Catch is botched at the 4. It's muffed. It's on the turf. Flags fly in. Ball loose near the goal line. Atascocita says that they have it. They want the touchdown. No signal yet. Everybody fighting for the ball in the end zone. The Eagles say that they have it. And they do! 2nd and 6. Serta takes the snap, rolls right. Here comes the blitz. Serta the throwback left side. Catch made, and walking into the end zone is Zorhan Rideau.
31-14, the final, or excuse me, 38-21, Bert, was the final score there from GPI ISD Stadium. North Shore came into this ball game looking to stay undefeated in district. This was a huge ball game for both sides, but we mentioned how explosive the Eagles have been offensively and defensively. We've talked about it, Bert. It's kind of become a theme over the course of the last couple of weeks. Turnovers.
Well, you know, I wanted to say Courtney Madden was with us for 2 years. Mm-hmm. You know, Bailey had an opportunity to interview Coach Craig Stump, and, you know, Jack Rowe was benched and against Klein Collins. And so he did not play in that game. And Atascocita, Klein Collins won that game 41-0. And all of a sudden, Rowe comes back in, gets his second opportunity to be the starting quarterback for this Atascocita's team. Mm-hmm. And it's unbelievable what he's done.
I was going to ask you about that because, look, Atascocita shut out 41-0, as you mentioned, by Klein Collins. What does this say more about Klein Collins or Atascocita now that we've seen them started to get rolling?
Well, and again, Klein Collins again won last night big, and you know they're undefeated. Really good team. Drew Zabota's got a great program over there, done well, and you know he's got to find his way in the playoffs to figure out a way to get it deeper into the playoffs. But really solid team. But I think the thing that you say about Atascocita and what we saw tonight, and we were actually out there, unbelievable what they did tonight offensively against a really good North Shore defense.
Big play. I mentioned the explosiveness in the first half. The tone was really set with a quarterback keeper right up the gut, right through the heart of that North Shore defense, and that's something that Coach K's got to keep in his short-term memory because Atascocita and North Shore, they've gone back and forth over now the last couple of years. We mentioned some special interviews. Bert Brocker was out at GPI ISD Stadium this evening along with Bailey Logsdon and some very interesting guests that quickly caught the eye of the crowd in a nearly packed GPISD stadium. Some Houston Texans were present. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Miller, Braxton Miller, and man, who's that guy? He's really good at catching footballs and touchdowns.
Little wide receiver. Oh, wait.
DeAndre Hopkins was out there. Thanks to Bert Brocker, the head coach, getting him out there to take in the game of the week. Bailey had a chance to catch up with the new Houston quarterback, Deshaun Watson, and, well, he likes throwing touchdowns to this guy, DeAndre Hopkins.
Now for the Houston Texans, I have quarterback Deshaun Watson. Deshaun, you're out here at the Friday Night Lights. You hadn't been here in a while, so tell me how it feels.
It's pretty cool to just be able to come and get away for a little bit and get back to your old stomping grounds. That wasn't too long ago, so it's first time seeing some Texas high school football, so it's been a good experience.
And you're giving back to the community. You're obviously big about that, so talk to me about how important that kind of stuff is to you.
It's always big to me, just because, when I was younger, people gave back to me and supported me, so I want to do the same thing and be a blessing to others.
Well, we really appreciate you coming out and talking with us. Good luck with your season.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey guys, Texan Live out here at the North Shore Atascocita game in Galena Park. I have with me Houston Texan DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre, how's it feel being at Friday Night Lights again?
It feels good. I haven't been to a Friday night game in a while. Bring back memories, but it's two good teams out here going at it, so it's a good game.
All right, and you're showing some love for the community. You're giving back. That's what we love to see. That's what your fans love to see. So talk to me about how important that is to you.
It's very important, especially where I come from, a small town. Clemson. I went to school there. It's not a big town, so, I was always taught to give back. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I got going on, but to give back.
All right, well, we appreciate it. Good luck at your game Sunday.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you.
Well, there you saw it. Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins out there at Galena Park ISD Stadium to take in the Atascocita and North Shore game. Bert, you had them out there, and talk a little bit about that and how excited they were to come out and watch a little high school football.
Well, Hopkins actually came by last night and saw me last night, and then we started talking. He's like, man, where are we going to be tomorrow night? And I said, we got a big one. We got North Shore Atascocita game. Atascocita last year, North Shore knocked off Katy, and then Atascocita knocked off North Shore. Mm-hmm. And I go back to that. In regular season, don't forget, North Shore handed a big loss to Atascocita.
Right.
Atascocita got revenge deep in the playoffs and then eventually lost, and Lake Travis won the state championship. But, these guys are just unbelievable. The kind of people they are, the young men they are, and, and they're out there and they signed some autographs for the kids. And it's just a really cool feeling to see these guys from a different perspective. You know how good they are on Sundays, but to see them, out there giving back and shaking hands, and it's a neat feeling.
On the sideline myself, on the North Shore side, I was probably 30 yards away from those guys, and I heard a commotion in the stands, and of course they opened the floodgates to get out some autographs. So that was one of the more exciting moments in that first half. Let's move right along. That was the game of the week as Atascocita improves to 4-1 now on the season. Seven Lakes coming into tonight in their matchup with Katy at 1-3. Katy looking to stay unbeaten on the season and in district, 3-0 coming in. And Bert, Katy, 24-21 winners, I believe, earlier this season in first week. They needed a last-second field goal to get the job done over the Woodlands Highlanders, I believe. 24-21. They've come a long way since. How did they fare this evening? We'll let you look at the highlights.
He takes the snap on the delay. It's DeAndre Glass with a full head of steam. Left hash mark, now shifting right hash mark, 35-30, 25-20, and in one play, DeAndre Glass has a touchdown of 48 yards. Batten, nobody in the backfield. Looking to set up a screen, and it's picked off over the middle. Gavin Spangler, and he's going to return it down inside the 5. A two tight end package. Michael Matus is in as a wing, and a pitch right. Oglesby to the end zone. No signal yet. And there it is. Touchdown Tigers on the 40-yard line. McClellan looks over the defense. Has an I formation backfield. On play action. McClellan fires right side to the end zone. Patrick, touchdown.
Tigers victorious over Seven Lakes this evening. Question for you, Bert. Who poses the best challenge, rather, to Katy right now?
Well, I think Cinco Ranch, we'll talk about them a little later in the program. They actually Katy handed them a pretty big defeat. Katy's from here out in regular season should go undefeated and go into the playoffs. Very positive. You know, Gary Jones, what a great job he does. What a phenomenal coach. Had an opportunity to get to see him and know him. Young man Glass back in there, you know, after his career, it looked like maybe potentially could be a career ending. It wasn't, you know, and he's fought his way back, rushed for over 100 yards tonight. And, you know, it's just neat to see this program and how Coach Joseph every year just finds a way to put a team together.
It's automatic.
I mean, no simpler than that.
Left on Katy's schedule, they've got Morton Ranch, Tompkins, Straight Jesuit, which we'll get to here in a little bit. They've been rolling, and Mayde Creek.
Well, they have.
So,
you know, I would say Straight, but, you know, really and truly, if Katy does what Katy's supposed to do, and I believe as well disciplined as they are, Katy should go into the postseason undefeated in regular season. So I'll just leave it at that. You know, it's still a lot of football to be played.
Cougar Stadium out in Crosby is where we take you next. We had Caney Creek and the Crosby Cougars. Crosby looking to stay undefeated and move to a perfect 6-0. Crosby absolutely crushing it coming into tonight's game, averaging 50 points per game. The Panthers, they'd have their hands full. Mark Johnson on the call from Cougar Stadium.
Pretty good drive by Katy Creek ends with a field goal. There's a split kick on the kickoff, and it's going to be taken by Crosby. They may be off for the races on the far side of the 20, the 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Crosby on the kickoff return. That spanned about 70 yards. Williams is going to get the call again. He's got the first down as he cuts it inside. He's gone to the foot, races, 10-5, end zone, touchdown. Squirrel Williams with another incredible run. This time it spans 47 yards from the official timeout. It is a 3rd down and 4 situation for Crosby. Howard. Another fake handoff. Will toss this one. Hit as he's throwing. Patterson caught on the near side. He's got the first down a lot more. Foot races down the near sideline. He's got another good block to the 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. My goodness.
17, the final. Crosby is a perfect 6-0 now on the season. They move to 4-0 in the district. Great big win by them, and it's the first time in a few weeks, Bert, where they haven't put up 60 on somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you saw Craig Williams. He was the player of the week in multiple polls this past week. Last week, he put up 7 touchdowns, 326, 328 yards, depending on whose stats you look at, but just phenomenal game. Of course, Patterson had a big catch over the middle late last week, a snag, and, you know, went the distance there. He showed his speed tonight of catching the ball and then outrunning everybody down the sideline. So, you know, don't want to not give him the credit that credit's due, because he's a really solid athlete. But when you got Baylor commit Squirrel Williams in there, it's hard to upstage him when he's going to do what he does, and you saw a couple of those plays tonight. So.
You're right. We'll get back to Friday night action here in just a little bit. Bailey Logsdon will also bring us the male and female athletes of the week, the Houston Chronicle Editor's Choice. Right now, though, we had a lot of Thursday night action to get to, and first up was our Thursday game of the night, brought to you by Panera Bread, Pearland Oilers, and A-Leaf Hastings Bears. They were out at Crump Stadium. Jeremy Branham, very busy man, was on the call. The Bears were looking to pull off an upset and hand the Oilers their first loss in district this season on Thursday night. Take a look. Jeremy Branham on the call.
Williams in the gun, trips to the right. Williams takes the snap. 3-man rush. Williams throwing it for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Ogunmakin. More to the right shoulder, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Roll the pocket. Williams rolling right. Williams shrugs off a tackler, throwing deep to a wide open man. It's caught at the 35, down the far sideline of the 20. 10-5 and into the end zone. A wide open Joseph Manjack, snugged by the defense. Rob Lyer, the snap, handoff, Benefield running right with room. He's across the 35 to the 40, down the sideline, across Hastings territory to the 30, 20, 10-5, touchdown. Jalen Benefield gets Pearland on the board, and Burgess to the right shoulder, 2 receivers to each side. Rob Lyer takes the snap, drops back, going to launch it again, looking for the end zone. He has his receiver, it's caught. Touchdown, Broder with the grab. Shotgun for Rob Lyer. Two receivers right. Quick snap. Handoff. Benefield up the middle. Benefield to the 40. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 35. Off to the races to the 30. 25-20. Down the sideline, and he will go into the end zone. Jalen Benefield from 44 yards out gives Pearland their first lead of the night.
That was their first lead, and it is their fifth victory now on the season. Pearland 21-14 victors over A-Leaf Hastings and the Bears. Impressive 21 unanswered points by Pearland.
Well, and not only that, Jalen Benefield, he actually had 169-yard, 2 touchdowns, but more importantly, he got the first one, and he showed his speed. He outran everybody, and then up the middle right there, same thing. So, that's the thing about high school football. You're one play away from being back in it,
right,
and that's proof. And then the defense come up big, and just like that, all of a sudden, you take over and you win a game. So, huge district game last night, because next week, Pearland and Dawson, and we'll talk later about Dawson, but right now they're at the top of the pack. And, right, what a big game at the Rig that'll be next week. Absolutely.
So from 23-6A, we'll take you to 17-6A in the matchup last night. The Cy Woods Wildcats against the Cy Falls Eagles at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Wildcats and Eagles involved in a close one last night. J.W. Smith had the call from FCU Stadium. Take a look.
2 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Neither team in the end zone, but the Eagles threatening to score here. 3 wide receivers set, 2 on the near side. They'll hand the ball off going up. No, it's going to be a fake. And Goodwin will take it in on his own on the near side. And that is a touchdown for the Eagles here. Fake to give. No, it'll be a handoff going up the middle and falling into the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to be Christian Scott with his first one of the night. In motion. Option play. They're going to pitch it going to the far side. A lot of room. He might get in, and he does. That's Vinito looking towards the near side. Man open towards the end zone. It's going to be caught, and a touchdown for the Eagles. Big touchdown there. Here we go. Hold is good. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights. The Eagles have taken the lead.
24-21, the final. Cy Falls over Cy Woods. Both teams now 2-3 on the season. After the game, Bailey Longston had a chance to catch up with Cy Falls head coach and company. Take a look.
Hey guys, Bailey Logston here from Texan Live. I'm out here at the Cy Fair FCU Stadium. I have with me Coach Brister of the Cy Fall Eagles. Coach, you just came back in the fourth quarter. You defeated Cy Woods. How are you feeling after this win?
Obviously, we feel great. That's a great football team over there, well coached. An unorthodox offense that we knew we had to really dig down deep and prepare for, and our kids executed great. I mean, it's a great night for Cy Falls.
I'm feeling good. When we were coming down in the fourth quarter and they scored, we knew we had time on the clock and knew that's what we do. So we was going to come back and get the win.
Your kicker, he scored the winning field goal. How are you feeling about him?
I feel great about him, but it's not just him. There was 10 other guys that did a great job of protecting. We had a great snap, great hold, and he did his job and punched it through. But I'm not sure there's anybody else I'd want kicking in that spot than Jacob Kitterman, and our entire field goal unit really did a tremendous job.
I really had no pressure at all. I practiced that kick all the time. I mean, I knew I was going to make it as soon as I kicked it. We had a great snap from my center, great hold from my holder, and just executed all around.
Y'all were down. Y'all came back. Y'all made a big comeback. They came back. Y'all came back. So talk to me about how intense those kind of games are, how it comes down to it, and how important that makes your job.
Really, in practice, the coaches get us ready for that all the time. We scrimmage hard every day, and we're ready for those type of situations. So when they scored and we scored and then they scored, we were ready for it. We knew we were going to come back and score because our defense was going to get a stop.
Talk to me about your defense. You have guys like DeAndre Collins. He had a big sack there in the game. Talk to me about your defense, how you feel about them.
They played solid all year. It's kind of been a bend but don't break. And when you play these guys, you're not gonna get them in a lot of 3rd and 12s or anything like that. So you've got to win the downs that are manageable on 3rd down. I thought we did a great job of that tonight. DeAndre played great, but we had a lot of guys that played great tonight. And that's kind of the way we preach our defense. Is it takes 11 to make the unit work, and it took 11 tonight, no doubt.
Coach, we're excited for you. This was a great game, a lot of energy. We're excited for the rest of y'all's season. Congratulations on this win and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, great job by Bailey Logsdon there last night at Sci-Fair FCU Stadium from 7. We'll actually stay in District 17-6A. We're going to take you out to the Jersey Village Falcons and Cy Creek Cougars last night. They were out at Pridgeon. Alex Del Barrio was on the call. Cougars and Falcons in a high-scoring affair last night. Bert at Jersey Village was looking for their first win in district. Take a look at some of the highlights.
Go down, 17. Back to pass, firing long, down the right sideline. It's caught by Elijah Washington to the 5, into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown. Taking the snap here, Renteria. Fires again over the middle. It's caught. He's got some room. It's Battle right down the seam to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. 7 to play and counting. Renteria back to pass here on first down. Fires long to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Miles Battle, yet again. Needs 16 yards to pick it up. Renteria on first down, rolls to his right, then fires. He's got a man in the end zone. His dive, he caught it. Touchdown. 2nd down and 10. And that's intercepted. And it's going to be taken all the way to the house. Touchdown. Snap, hand it off. Emerson gets free, gets to the 20, Scamper still on his feet, and he's going to get to the end zone for the touchdown. 4 receivers. Johnson, here comes the rush. They're going to go through a screen, and I think that was intercepted. It was at the 10, at the 5, to the end zone, touchdown.
55-45, Cy Creek over Jersey Village last night. 3-2 are the Cougars now. If you didn't notice, the word of the night, touchdown. Alex Del Barrio had it for you.
Well, but the thing is, you look at 55-45 and you say, well, there must not been much defense. This had to be a shootout. But you just saw 2 defensive touchdowns. So there was some defense being played at times, but it still was a shootout. Just
incredible pick 6, Bert. Towards the end of that ball game in traffic of about 6-7 guys right there. How anybody came away with that football is beyond me. But just one of the 100 points that was scored last night in that Thursday night thriller. We're going to take you out to District 16-6A now, where the Westfield Mustangs were looking to stay perfect on their season, entering a perfect 4-0 against the MacArthur Generals. Out at Thorne Stadium, Mark Johnson was on the call. Westfield looking to keep that perfect record nice and shiny. Did they do it? We'll take a look.
7:42 remaining until the end of the first half. A 3rd down and 16 to go officially here, as Gibson will air this one down. He's got 2 guys that have beat their defenders, and that's going to be caught inside the 10-yard line, and that's going to be a Westfield touchdown. Unbelievable play there. Mustangs have already used one of their timeouts, as I mentioned before, but with a big lead like this, sure it's the last thing they're worried about. Left sets, wanting to throw this again. Washington throws the screen, complete at the 35, going around the near side, and he's going to be gone. 35-yard touchdown on the screen to Edwin Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one, Westfield Nimitz will be playing at George Stadium, 7 p.m. and MacArthur will be playing Eisenhower at 7 p.m. This one's going to be picked off, and a pick 6 here for Westfield. Returned by Jalen Stanford. Very large lead for Westfield. MacArthur on the move right now. They got a new quarterback in, and airing this one out. It's going to be intercepted at the 10-yard line by Ian Massey. And flags go up all over the place on this run. So whether he gets wherever he's going, I think it's going to be coming back. He's still on his feet, avoiding another tackle, and he is actually in the end zone.
62-6, Westfield takes it over MacArthur. Westfield now a perfect 5-0 on the season, 3-0 in District 16-6A. We'll take you out now to District 19-6A. Cinco Ranch Cougars and Katy Taylor and the Mustangs were doing battle. The Cougars looking for their 3rd straight W on the season. Darren Ayers had the call from Legacy Stadium. Take a look.
Back in the gun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Blitz look. Keefe, huge hole up the middle to the 30, makes a move 25-20, needs a block. Gets to the 10, 5, touchdown Brant Keefe. Cinco Ranch takes over, first down and 10. The handoff is Keefe right up the middle and a lot of running room again. It is a foot race, 40, 30, inside the 20, touchdown Cinco Ranch. In motion is Justin Hall. Play action, Harper in the seam, has Gage Guidry for the touchdown. A 23-yard touchdown pass from Cam Harper to Gage Guidry.
44-0 Cinco Ranch over Taylor. Cinco Ranch now 4-1 on the season, 2-1 in district. It's the second time in as many weeks Taylor's been shut out, Bert.
Yeah, and you look at the Cinco Ranch team. Their only loss is to Katy. And they're a team last year that made it to the semifinals. Brant Keefe, very, very talented running back. You saw him last week have 5 touchdowns. Then he turned around, and this week had 3. So, really, really good athlete, big kid. And as he showed tonight, he even has some speed. So
I think Keefe had 7 touchdowns a couple of weeks ago.
Yep, he sure did.
And he's racking them up. I mean, he's got to be leading the area in touchdowns. I would have to imagine at this point. I want to say Gunnell from St. Pius was probably in the early lead after maybe 2 or 3 weeks to start the season. But heck, Bert, by now, it's got to be maybe no contest. He's stacking them up.
Well, I think the main thing is there's a lot of really talented Craig Williams, of course, Squirrel. We talked about him. There's a lot of scoring going on right now, and that's the beautiful part about this Houston Metroplex, Houston area. We got some really, really talented teams, and we continue as we go forward to see that.
No doubt about it. Our final Thursday night matchup comes from Rhodes Stadium. The Tompkins Falcons taking on the Mayde Creek Rams. Tompkins, boy, they've been involved in some really close games this season. Bert, looking for that first win. Patrick Creighton was on the call. Did they get it?
So Nasueto, Strong, and Ledette. Trip formation to the left. Nasueto. Fiacapui takes the snap, keeps it himself up the middle for the touchdown. Deontay Fiacapui, 6-yard touchdown run. Ben Yeager up the middle, first down, end zone, touchdown Falcons. Yeager. 2 receivers each side, Fiacapui in the gun. Looking to throw. Over the middle is intercepted at the 32, going down the near sideline. That's Sillison to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Falcons. Pick 6, Ryan Sillison. Lead it, 21-14, first and 10 from their own 22. Handoff up the middle. Here's Goins, he's got room near sideline. Inside the 30, they're not gonna get him, touchdown Rams. 78-yard touchdown run by Trevion Goins. Rodriguez snaps this ball with 10 seconds on the clock, gives it to Akins, he's in for the touchdown.
42-17, Mayde Creek over Tompkins. Tompkins now 0-5 on the season, 0-3 in District 19-6A. Just some tough luck for Tompkins. As I mentioned, Bert, they were involved with some close ones, and this one, the first real runaway they've been on the wrong side of this season.
Yeah, and that's a tough district. That district's got a lot of really good teams in it, and so it's just one of those things that you just keep fighting every week, and you just hope somewhere along the way you knock off somebody you're not supposed to.
Right. Coming up, we've got plenty more Friday night action to get to, but first we're going to go to Bailey Logsdon, who had our Houston Chronicle Editor's Choice Female and Male Athletes of the Week. She first took us out to Fort Bend Travis High School, where Audrey Phillips has been having a stellar season. She's the right side hitter. Take a look.
Hey guys, this week's Athlete of the Week from Travis High School, presented by Texan Live and the Houston Chronicle, Audrey Phillips. Yeah!
She's a great athlete. She's versatile. We moved her from a middle to a right side throughout her freshman, sophomore year, and she's really come into it her junior year. She's a great kid. She's super athletic, and so she's fun to work with.
She has 212 kills. Y'all are 5-2 in district, so she's a huge part of your offense. Talk to me about how important she is going into the rest of the season.
she's our kill leader. So, you know, when we need to put a ball away, it usually goes to her. It does present some challenges when teams kind of set up on her, but then that's just a good opportunity for other hitters to step up. But Audrey's great at shot selection and putting the ball where the other team isn't. So she usually is able to be successful in that.
It's really an honor because I've never had something like this presented to me, so it's really fun and cool.
So we have here that you had 47 kills in 10 consecutive matches against Austin, Bush, and Kempner. So talk to me about those kills.
It's really just more like having fun on the court. Like if it's not fun, then I find if I'm not having fun, then I'm not playing well. So it's usually like a team effort to kind of boost me up and boost everybody else up and just play. We've never really been past round 1 in the past few years. And so our goal is kind of to shoot for round 2 and hopefully further.
So you're leading the team with 212 kills. That's a big number. So how are you going to keep that up the rest of the season?
I think just focus and just keep working hard.
And now with me, I have some of Audrey's teammates, Emily and Lauren. They're going to touch base a little bit with what kind of athlete and teammate Audrey is.
So Audrey is a leader on the court. She loves to pick up our teammates when we're down by a couple points. She's always here for us. And
she also is a leader to the freshmen and the JV teams. So she knows everybody and she helps them along to be better players.
And y'all are 5-2 in the season. So talk to me about what y'all's plans are for the rest of it.
Win it all. Win the rest.
Win the rest. Playoffs and everything.
All right, girls, congratulations. Thanks for y'all's time and good luck.
Thank you.
You know, one of the coolest things you see there in that interview, Bert, is her teammates talking about her. Not the numbers, but about her as a person, what a leader and great example she's been for the rest of her teammates. Congratulations to Audrey Phillips, Fort Bend Travis's right side hitter, for a terrific start to the season and continued success for her. Bailey Logston also had a chance to catch up with Magnolia senior wide receiver Reese Mason. Wait till you take a look at this kid, 6'1", 191 pounds, Bert. Tulsa commit, also had some interest in West Point. Take a look.
This week's Male Athlete of the Week from the Houston Chronicle, brought to you by Texan Live from Magnolia High School, Reese Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, you got a great quarterback. He's a standout kid. Talk to me about him and what kind of person and athlete he is.
You know, Reese is a team captain, and he's a leader of our offense and what we're trying to accomplish there on the offensive side of the ball. He's a great character, young man, does things right in the classroom, does things right in the community, and then does a great job for us on the football field. Great effort last week. You know, offensively, we had a really big night, and, of course, Reese at the quarterback position, he's leading the charge for that offensive efficiency. Everybody has a role in this football team, and everybody's important. Everybody's got to do their job. That's something that we preach, and so no matter what your role is, you got to do it to the best of your ability. And we got a saying out here, win the day, and if we accomplish that today, then we should be good when game time rolls around. So, you know, that's our goals: make playoffs, number 1, win a district championship, number 2, and then you know, go as far as we can there in the playoffs and go win a state championship.
I mean, I put in a lot of work, I believe, over the new course of the off season with the new position change, and I feel like it's just been paid off a lot, and it's good to see that it's being rewarded.
And last week you threw for 508 yards. Y'all had a huge win, close game, but a big win for y'all, 56-49 to Tomball. Y'all put up some big numbers. You put up big numbers. You had 6 touchdowns, and then you had 2 rushing. So talk to me about that win.
Yes, ma'am. Very big win. I mean, Tomball is a great team coming in the district, 4-0, and both 1-0 district. We wanted to come out, go 2-0, start off a good record, and I mean, they're a very good team defensively wise, offensively wise too. Both teams put up big numbers, but our game plan was kind of just take what the defense gave us. I mean, very short, took a couple shot plays, but just being consistent throwing the ball and just marching down the field, and then whenever our defense got a good stop or had a turning point, we had to capitalize on it, and I just believe we did the best that we could do.
And what would you say would be the goal that you have for your team this year?
Goal of the team, I mean, obviously every year is to win a district championship. We want to repeat doing that, and we have kind of had the second round playoff year. We've stopped there, so our goal is to get past that, and obviously everybody wants to go to the big thing, the state championship, so that's our goal. But definitely, you know, take it game by game, district championship, get past second round, and then take it from there.
and you're a quarterback, you're a senior, your leadership is huge on this team. So talk to me about how you're going to continue to lead these guys and pump them up week by week.
Yes, ma'am. Just, we were down against Tomball 10-0 in the fourth quarter. You just got to regroup, get on the sideline, get your offensive line going. They're the wheels on the train, get everybody moving. So it was important to go over there, talk to them, get them going, and just, I believe the biggest key is that, everybody, you got to work with everybody around you. It's not an individual thing, it's a team effort, and if you get everybody on the same page, then, nobody can stop you.
Again, a great job there by Bailey Logsdon catching up with Reese Mason, quarterback from Magnolia, but a commit to Tulsa. I guess they want him to play wide receiver over there. Kid looks like he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, really, really talented athlete, and we saw that last week. And he's continuing that. And you listen to his coach talk, listen to the players, you watch him warm up. I mean, got a future ahead of him, no doubt about that.
Absolutely. It's back now to Friday night action, brought to you by the City of Katy. We take you out, and we have CE King and Summer Creek going at it this evening. 2-2 is CE King. Summer Creek coming in tonight at 3-1. Summer Creek looking to stay perfect in district as they are 2-0 entering play. A third straight win was Summer Creek looking for tonight. Did they get it out at Turner Stadium? Chase Snyder was on the call.
Donaldson in the gun. Pumps. Gonna go up top. Roberts! He's got it for the touchdown! Holcomb is in the gun. Fitzcomier in motion. They take it to him. Holcomb left side, and he's in for the touchdown! They flip the formation. 3 wide to the left this time. Holcomb in the gun. He's gonna throw. Has time, going to launch one deep downfield, down this sideline. Pass is caught. Diacomier down the sideline. Inside the pylon. Touchdown, Summer Creek. Right side, Bentley explodes. Into the open field, Bentley, stiff arm, Bentley inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, CE King. Donaldson shotgun. Lost the ball, and it's picked up. Did he get it off? No, he didn't. Touchdown, Summer Creek.
There you go, 34-30. It was the Bulldogs on top of the Panthers. Panthers gave the Bulldogs everything they could handle. Close ball game.
Well, and right at the end of that game, the way that Summer Creek won that ball game was an actual fumble recovery. Jalen Mays picked the ball up in the end zone, and that put Summer Creek ahead. So, in a game that for this district was really, really important, very good for Summer Creek to come out because they're 4-1 now, 3-0 in district, and put them in a driver's seat for, a district where they have a real shot at making the playoffs now.
Right.
But, man, what a big game. And CE King, you talked about them last week. They played North Shore tough. A lot better team than what they've been in the past in 6A. They moved from 5A to 6A. But gave Summer Creek all they wanted tonight.
Yeah, I think it's head coaches, I guess, hate to kind of hear this, Bert, but if there are some moral victories, in a game like this, I think it has to be one for CE King because, look, they did hold their own, so to speak, early against North Shore last week. However, you could see just, if I could say this, they out-athleted CE King, did North Shore last week. And to come back against some great athletes, a veteran group in Summer Creek, and only drop it 34-30 and still have an opportunity there, if not for some turnovers here and there, could have gone a different way. Absolutely. I think a good ball game for them. Dayton and Porter, we're going at it this evening, District 21 5A. Dayton coming in at 2-3, Porter at 3-2. Porter hosting Dayton this evening, looking to snap a 2-game skid were the Broncos, and losses to Barbers Hill and New Caney over the course of the last couple of weeks. Craig Matthews on the call from Texan Drive Stadium. Take a look.
Position the entire quarter and haven't been able to do anything. And they run option. Pitches to Carlos Norman. He's going to get to he's touchdown. Sides. Porter's manned up in the secondary. No, they're not. Now, well, on the top side there. A little swing pass. Oh, a little double pass, and he underthrew him, but he's open. Number 18's going to score. Number 18 with the reception. Jake Torres on the double pass is awesome in the fourth quarter. So we have twins on both sides. Quarterback rolls to the right. Savon Ray trying to hit it across the great diving catch by Taylor Baker. Porter's bringing the linebacker and a little reverse, no fake reverse. And quarterback has all day, throws it, touchdown Broncos! Looks like it is going to go to here, so this is exciting. Porter's almost off sides. And that's going to be a touchdown. You don't see that too often, but number 21 takes the onside kick because it didn't go far enough.
And the Porter Spartans take it 42-36. Another exciting ball game at Texan Drive Stadium. Porter now improves to 4-2 on the season, 3-1 in district. Good ball game for them tonight.
Well, but you look at that onside kick that was run back for a touchdown. At the point in time when that was, it looked like, well, listen, the game's over. 2 minutes to go. But just like that, they allowed Dayton, and Porter's pinning some really, really tough. They had Crosby. They were right there. They were going down to score and tie the game up. Crosby's defense held them, so Porter very easily could be in a different situation. Jim Holly's done a nice job there of coaching, the Porter Spartans.
Certainly, yeah. I love the fact that Craig Matthews on the call there called touchdown while the ball was still at the 40. That's knowing exactly how fast the kid is. Earlier in the game, knew nobody had a chance to catch him. A good job by Craig Matthews there. Straight Jesuit and Morton Ranch battling it out this evening in a District 19-6A matchup. Rebounding from a tough loss to Cinco Ranch a couple of weeks ago, Bert Strake took down Seven Lakes last week. Look to hand Morton Ranch their first loss of the year tonight. On the call was Patrick Creighton at Rhodes Stadium.
Handoff, there's Wiley, right side. He's got room, first down. 30, 20, he's going to go. 10-5, touchdown, Crusaders. 44-yard touchdown run from Michael Wiley. And then plays a single back. Looking to throws, it's complete. 48, breaks a tackle. Down the near sideline, breaks another tackle. 20, 10-5, touchdown, Crusaders. Nathaniel Beal, second and 10. Hanson in the gun, Wiley to his left. Looking left, shoulder, pump fake, throwing, end zone. Touchdown, Crusaders! 2 receivers to the left. Looking under pressure, dumps it off to Wiley, right side, 30. Hit, breaks a tackle, 20, he's gonna go. Touchdown, Crusaders.
In
right. Bradford one-on-one high to the left. Diaz in the gun, looking, throwing for Bradford. End zone, touchdown, Mavericks.
How about that, Bert? Straight Jesuit, 35-28 winners over Morton Ranch. Hands the Mavs their first loss on the season. Impressive by Straight Jesuit this evening.
Well, and they put themselves again up there. Of course, Katy at the top of the ladder, but they put themselves in a good position to continue in this district and make the playoffs. So, nice job tonight. It's just one of those games back and forth. And Morton Ranch just didn't quite have enough gas in the tank there to get back in it. But they did make, 35-28. They tried to pull that game out.
Yeah, heck of a ball game. Brazoswood and Dawson in District 23-6A this evening. Pearland Dawson looking for their third straight win, while Brazoswood was just hoping to avoid a third straight loss. It's been tough go for them. On the call this evening, Alex Del Barrio from the Rig.
Over to the right side, extra man in the backfield. Going to the quarterback, taking the snap. Rolling to his right, and the ball comes loose. It's a fumble. It's picked up, and it's run into the end zone immediately in the first play of the game. It's a touchdown. Jaquez Owens. It'll be second down and 1 here after the 9-yard pickup from Medrano. They'll hand off to Darius Smith. Finds some room across the 40, up the seam, to the 40, the 30, the 20, and he will take it to the house. Touchdown. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third. Kent Denton takes the snap, hands off to Darius Smith, takes it right side, and then a little juke move at the 5, gets to the corner of the end zone, touchdown! So, back in at quarterback here, Kramer. Now he's going to fire over the middle, wide open, it's caught by Khalil Jones to the end zone, touchdown! George Ranch will be the next opponent for Brazoswood. Run up the middle, this time it's going to be to the 40, the 30, and they're not going to catch him, touchdown.
51-16, Dawson over Brazoswood. Dawson improves to 4-1 and a perfect 2-0 now in district, Bert. You have some numbers to look at in this one, and I imagine after Dawson putting up 51, there's plenty to look at.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Next week, Dawson Pearland to determine who's going to be at the top of the leaderboard in that district. But Darius Smith tonight only had 5 touchdowns on 22 carries and 186 yards. So what a phenomenal game he had tonight.
It's a down game for him, right?
Yeah, it really, on the yards, it seems like it is. He's having that kind of season.
Yeah, it's been tremendous watching him play. We'll take you out to Tomball. Tomball and the Wildcats were hosting the Waller Bulldogs this evening. Tomball coming in at 4-1. They had their hopes of a perfect season dashed last week against Magnolia. Tried to get back on track tonight against Waller. J.W. Smith on the call from Tomball ISD Stadium.
So yeah, you don't want to give him any kind of field goal opportunity. Toss it to the near side, it's Taylor, he's going to toss over the top of the field, and it's going to be caught by, looks like Jacoby Holland, who will take it into the end zone. And that is extended trips to the near side again. Same formation, going to be Jacoby Holland in the backfield. He'll leave the backfield. They'll go with the same play they ran on the opening play, and he'll come down the near side, crossing the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Cougars, and that is a 4-play drive
for the Cougars. Going back to that play.
2nd down and 9, trips to the near side. They'll roll out to the far side on the option, then he'll pitch it. Down across the 5 to the end zone, touchdown Waller.
On ball to give life to that, to get them down there. But let's see if Waller will be able to shut down this Tomball offense once again.
Short kick going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. Here comes the return. Stutter steps down to the 35, crosses midfield to the 40. He's going to go all the way down 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, but there's a flag on the play in the score. Tomball leads. Here's the snap. It's going to be an option play, but Bartlett's going to keep it himself. Crosses the 5, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they trips to the far side, hands the ball off to Bully. He's going to take it to the far side across 25, 20, 15, 10. He'll get to the 5, fights for it, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Waller. 3 wide receivers on the near side. Pump fakes, and Taylor's going to be wide open at the 8-yard line. He makes the catch, end zone.
55-28, Tomball improves to 5-1 on the season, 2-1 now in District 25A, while Waller falls to 1-5 and 0-3 in District Ball. We'll take you out to Cy-Fair FCU Stadium. It's been a busy place over the last couple of days. Eric Folkerts was on the call out there. Langham Creek Lobos and the Cy Lakes Spartans. 0-4 came in the Spartans, while Langham Creek was looking to stay perfect on their season. Take a look at some of the action.
To the right. 2 split backs in the backfield around Mateen and shotgun. Here comes Mitchell out to the left. See if he gets a block. He turns the corner. He gets upfield and runs into a couple of defenders, and he's in for the end touchdown.
They got another good block out on the edge again. Try to run him over.
Spartans leading at 7-0. Man offsets to the right. Heron again right through the middle, and he's almost untouched for the touchdown. Nice drive by the Lobos. 93. Lost his tread. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Man offset to the left, and here comes Heron right up the middle, right up the gut. He's got a burst of speed. He is going to be in the end zone for a touchdown for the Lobos.
Yes, it is.
All right, Heron now with 3 receivers right. Man offset to the right. Now Heron rolls out to the right. He's looking. Got a guy broken open right to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. That is Ahmad Young with the combination route.
28-7, the Langham Creek Lobos take it over the Cy Lakes Spartans 28-7. Cy Lakes now 0-5. Langham Creek a perfect 5-0. Bert, there's quite a few undefeated teams in the area. I mean, Langham Creek, are they for real?
Well, the thing is, they're headed right now, if they can stay undefeated. There's another team we'll talk about here in just a minute. Mm-hmm. So instead of going back and forth of what they can or can't do, we'll put together right now what looks like a big matchup on the docket. But let's go to this next game right away. We got Cy Fair and Cy Ridge, and let's go to the action out there.
Cy Ridge up to the challenge here early. In motion to the far side is Jacob Farrell. Arnold looking for Farrell. He's well covered. Now Arnold's going to have to improvise. Pump fakes. Has a man wide open. It's Christian Richmond inside the 20. Makes a move. What a jump cut. Does he get there? Waiting for a call. Touchdown. Christian Richmond, a 45-yard touchdown reception. Down I formation look. Harper going to pitch it to Trenton Kennedy. He's going to cut it up across the 5 guys for the end zone. Touchdown. I formation look for the Bobcats. Pitch left to Kennedy. Has a cutback lane right up the middle, 20, 25, 30. This is going to be a foot race across midfield. I don't think anybody's going to catch Trenton Kennedy. Inside the 20 to the 10, 5, touchdown, Cy Fair. Trenton Kennedy with a 92-yard touchdown run, and the Bobcats lead it 20-0.
And they win it 30-0. The Bobcats over the Rams. Cy Fair now 5-0 on the season. Cypress Ridge falls to 1-4 and 1-3 in District 17 6A play. I know I just asked you about a perfect team in Langham Creek, and there's been a few of them. But Cy Fair, you shut it. They got a perfect record. They just have an excellent ball game tonight where they pitch a shutout. It's getting close to where we kind of see where the boys and the men are separated, but Langham Creek, Cy Fair, they both look legit.
Well,
like Katy and like Klein Collins and
you can go Westfield, and you can go on, and this is another deal right now on the docket. This is the last game of the season, Langham Creek and Cy Fair. Mm-hmm. Problem is, this district has got a team in there every week that can upset you. That's one of the things about this district. There's a lot of good football in there. Mm-hmm. And these coaches, as you're talking to them, they'll tell you, we cannot take anything for granted. But if you're just looking at the matchups, looking at the record, there is a chance that you go into that last week, these two teams, battling out to see who the number 1 seed will be.
Right. Some coaches not as fortunate, and nobody in District 17 6A is fortunate. You cannot take a week off.
Oh, absolutely not.
You cannot take a week off. We'll go back to 16 6A matchups. This is our final Friday game. Aldine and Nimitz. Nimitz was looking for a 4th straight win, and you and I talked about them, I feel like every week now. Nimitz is really rolling. They were looking for a 4th straight win now after an opening week loss to Mayde Creek. They took on Aldine tonight. Paul DeVore called the action from Thorne Stadium. Take a look.
And it's Stanley behind Remo now. Remo going to look for the snap, dry his hands on the towel, turn, hand it off to Stanley. Stanley across the goal line, touchdown, Nimitz. Back to the right of Remo, who keeps it. Tries the right side, big hole there, Remo inside. The 10, Remo on his feet at the 5, Remo, touchdown. Twins to the right and a bunch formation to the left. Turn and hand it to Stanley. He's got the left side. Stanley up the middle. Stanley to the 5. Stanley touchdown. On the front. So Howard's going to keep it on a little read option, and it's a nice decision as Howard's on the move. Howard at the 50. Howard down to the 30. Howard outrunning the Cougars to the sideline. Goal line touchdown. Ja'Cory Howard.
9-7 Nimitz over Aldine. Impressive. They get a 4th straight win after a disappointing week 1. You said it last week, Bert. It's not often that we get to see Nimitz rolling this well, but they've looked really impressive this season thus far.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got Spring, you got Westfield. They're right there in the middle of that district. So, kudos to them. And those young men are playing hard this year, and that's what you want to see. So, really exciting football.
We still have Saturday night action, not as much as we typically bring you, but Friday night was stacked, Thursday night was stacked. Bailey Logsdon has a preview of tomorrow's action coming up on TexanLive.com.
Coming up Saturday on TexanLive.com, a pivotal contest in 24-6A as last year's district champions Clear Springs host last year's district runner-up Dickinson. 5A powers Manville and Fort Bend Marshall meet, while Cy Ranch faces Cy Springs and New Caney at home versus Humble at 7 p.m. Texan Live, your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Well, there you have it, the 24-6A matchup that Bailey first got to, Bert. Dickinson and Clear Springs. Dickinson's dropped 2 straight now to Friendswood and Clear Lake.
Which are district.
And, look, 0-2 at this point of the season. They can still right the ship, so to speak. How do you see tomorrow playing out?
Well, you're coming in against a team that's 2-0 in district, so you almost have to get a victory tomorrow. If you go 0-3 in that district and you look at Friendswood, you look at the other teams in there, teams you've already lost to, Clear Lake. You're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be very, very hard pressed to even make the playoffs. And tomorrow, Manville, we have that game live against the Buffs, and we got some really, really good football. New Caney right now. Coach Pennington and what he's done with that program very well could be
4-0.
playing. Yeah, could be heading against, Crosby. And, that game has become a big rivalry. Those two teams are really good. So, we got a lot of really, really solid football. And don't forget on Saturdays, you can actually watch the game. It's live video and audio with the TV apps we have now with Roku and Amazon Fire. You can actually watch them right on your TV. You can thumb back and forth and, watch a little college, watch a little high school, and watch the kids that will be there here in the near future at the next levels.
All right, we had a couple of Texans out at GP ISD Stadium earlier this evening. You watched Texans as well. Things seem to be looking up, at least offensively there. I know people still sore about J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless. I get it. That's going to do it for our show this evening. A lot of exciting football. I'm sure much more to come on our Saturday action and, of course, next week as we get closer and closer to the nitty-gritty. I want to say thank you for watching our Texan Live High School Football Wrap-Up Show in partnership with Cron.com. For Bert Brocker, for our entire team here, Bailey Logsdon, I'm Shaun Bijani. Have a great rest of the week.
1, 2, 3, jump.